Hello everyone, welcome to my channel! Woo! Today we are going to be talking about my New Year's resolutions. So it's going to be not like more of a serious video, but definitely more of like a sit down chill video. Listen, before there was sitting down on TikTok talking, about anything under the sun, there was sitting down on YouTube, okay? So we're going a little old school. We're going to be talking while doing my makeup. Now, I am going to be going to another RuPaul's Drag Race viewing party. This time it's at Jacques, all right? And if you know, I actually made my drag debut at Jacques. So you can watch that video. I'll link it below in the description. I am very excited. I am also feeling so dry. Oh, if anybody has any tips for this, please leave them down below. But I am feeling dry and crinkly. Also, where is this? If you see this stripe on the wall, you'll know later, all right? You'll know later. All right. Anyways, let's get into the skin prep because, I'm dry. I'm sure you've all heard of this. Apparently it's popular. Girl, my mom just tells me about what's popular. She got me this for Christmas. Anyways, my first New Year's resolution, I want a drag mother. I do. I really do. Apparently it happens like super spontaneously. Like apparently you just like go out a lot. People like recognize you. And then someone fierce is like, you. That's like what I've heard because I've asked like my like drag friends. I've been like, how do you get a mother? I want a mother. And they said like keep going to like the drag events. And apparently someone will scoop you up. So I've been like, should I manifest a specific person? Because that's the other thing too, is like, I want somebody fierce. I want somebody that knows their stuff. You know what I mean? But I kind of just like said to myself, like the perfect person will come. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of trust God in that way. Like, not to get too spiritual, but I do trust God in that way. But yeah, I think that the perfect person is gonna come. I just need to be patient. But for right now, I'm kind of doing things like alone. I'm going to some open stages, Okay, low-key, maybe I'll manifest Tara Dickoff. I know she doesn't, like, she's kind of like one of those queens that, like, New England is kind of small in a way where, it's kind of like Europe, actually. New England is kind of like Europe, where the states are, like, really close together. So what queens up here will do is they'll perform in both Boston and, like, Providence, and sometimes in, like, Maine and stuff. So they'll, like, travel around. And so I know that she's kind of like a travel queen. I mean, everybody travels, duh. But like specifically in the Boston area, it's kind of like that. But if you got some motion. Also, look at my shirt. Not to get too distracted, but we know I have ADHD. Oh, isn't that like so... Hold on. Oh, isn't this so cute? So cute. But anyway, I'm manifesting Tara Dickoff. I'm manifesting... Okay, this is crazy. Do Dynasty. I know. Do Dynasty. That's a crazy ask. But I also like low-key don't fit in. Like those are all like male, like like male twinks that like like they like dance around. But also that's led by Plain Jane, fun fact. But we'll see. I think the right person will come around. So that is my first New Year's resolution. Now for the color corrector. My next New Year's resolution is to be more festive during the holidays. I know, like that's so far away. Like who even is thinking about that right now? But like it really is like one of my resolutions. Like I feel like this year I really wasn't like too festive, and part of that is I had a new job, shout out, but like I want to like slow down. Like a lot of people complain, a lot of like people my age or adults like complain that like, oh my god, the Christmas magic from when you were a kid is gone, like this, that, the other. But like, it's kind of your responsibility to create the Christmas magic. You know what I mean? Like, your parents aren't creating that anymore. And I think it's, you know, important for me. I want to infuse a little magic into my life. You know, like I want to get a little tree. I want to put presents under the tree. You know, this was like the first year in a while where I could actually buy my family presents, buy my friends presents. And I just think that, you know, I want to get a tree and put the presents under the tree. You know, I think that's important. I think it's important to infuse a little magic into your life. All right, guys, that was my second New Year's resolution. I'm gonna go do my eyebrows. I'll be right back. Okay, my eyebrows are all done. Now for my third New Year's resolution. So my third New Year's resolution is to be more grateful for what I have. I feel like everybody could benefit from this. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, you know, at least for me, I'm always like looking at what I don't have. Very grass is always greener. And I think that robs you of like so much of your joy. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm constantly being like, oh, but that person is getting gigs, or this person is doing this or that, and has like, you know, oh my God, they have 10 friends and I have like 7, you know what I mean? Like, it can really rob you of your joy. I had this moment the other day which inspired this New Year's resolution, and basically it was like, you know, I think if you're a content creator, I'm sure some of you know this, you know, you can get down about, oh, this video didn't do this well, or this, that, the other. But I had this moment where I was like, wait a minute, no, I got like this many comments, and this many people really enjoyed the video, and I have this many, you know, fans that, you know, see whatever I want to, you know, whatever I do. You know, and I think I'm like really grateful, and shout out to you guys. Seriously, shout out if you keep coming back to these videos, or if you keep coming back after my multiple hiatuses. You're a real one. You really are. And I think that, you know, I just want to be grateful for you guys, and I just want to be grateful for what I have, instead of, you know, looking at all these other creators and, you know, them like being like, oh, but I have, you know, this many, and, you know, just like looking at like people who, you know, I guess have like more whatever subscribers or whatever. And I just want to like be grateful for you guys and for what I have, and, you know, for, you know, the fans and followers that I do have. And I think when you do that, then you can start creating from a more authentic place, and then you can, you know, blossom. You could blossom. You could get more people that really see your genuineness and see that, you know, you're really trying and that you really love what you do, because people can sense the frustration. Like, if you come on camera and you're like all frustrated, and, you know, you're ungrateful, and you're, you know, this or that, like, people can sense that, or that you really, you know, want more, or this or that, or you're getting like greedy with things, you know. People can sense that. So I just want to like, I guess my other goal is to just come on super genuine, and to be super grateful, and to, you know, foster the community that I do have. And thank you guys, seriously. If you have been watching me, you know, for a number of years or a number of weeks, or this is your first video, I just want to say thank you so much. And I'm so glad you're here. And I'm going to talk more about that in my last New Year's resolution. But seriously, oh, thank you. Okay, now for my fourth resolution. My base is pretty much done, and I'm just powdering. So my fourth resolution is I want to work on my nervous system. Now, what is that, you may ask? Basically, I want to like not feel like I'm in danger when I'm just sitting on the couch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure like you guys can relate, or like at least some of you people can relate, when that like I'm literally just like actually just sitting on the couch, and I'm like in fight or flight. And my mom has been doing a lot of work on her nervous system, and she has been fixing that. And obviously like other things that I'm doing, like I'm doing EMDR, you know, those types of like therapies can also help. But I want to work on my nervous system. I want to not be thinking that a bear is chasing me when I'm on the couch, or when I'm like playing Animal Crossing. That would be nice. So I guess like to do that, you know, you work on your like vagus nerve. Guys, look that up because this could actually help some of you. You work on your vagus nerve. You do some vagus nerve stimulation. My mom has, I don't remember what the machine is called, but it's like a thing that goes around your neck and it like stimulates your vagus nerve. And if you do that long enough, or not long enough, but in a certain amount of days, it can actually help you like long term. So I just want to like I want to feel safe. You know what I mean? Like, and I also want my manifestations to come true. And part of that is like, you know, feeling safe. Because if you don't feel safe, it's like you can't grow, you know? So I really want to grow. Oh my God, I forgot to do my nose contour. 1 second. Okay, don't even ask me what kind of nose shape I just did. It's like, I'm going to something important. Like, why is my makeup turning out like this? This always happens. But anyway, back to powdering. But yeah, I just like, you know, not like to feel on edge all the time. So that's my 4th, 1, 2, 3, 4 resolution. My 5th resolution is that I want to feel more creative while doing things, because I just feel like, I don't know, I get so in my head. I'm like, you know, will this person like it? Will so-and-so like it? Will I like it? You know, I get like all of these crazy thoughts in my head that really like disturb the creative process. I do not know how I feel about this, but we'll see. This shadow. You know what I mean? Like, it just like disturbs the creative process. So I'm hoping that this year I can really, okay, it's looking better. I'm hoping that this year I can really, you know, not get so in my head about that. You know, I just want to create art for the sake of creating art and not think about anything else. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I want, you know, if I'm putting my art out there, I want it to do well, but I don't want to be thinking about that while I'm creating it. I feel like it really disturbs the flow. I really need an eyeshadow primer. I feel like it would make it look so much better. Okay. Before you say anything, I'm gonna blend it. Anyways, on that note, I feel like I want to like get better at my art. You know what I mean? Like, I want to actually feel like I'm getting better. Because it's like, even with YouTube, I feel like my videos have like looked the same for a long time. So I want to like maybe expand my, oh my God, that makes my brow bone look crazy. Oops. That, like, I want to expand, that really makes my brow bone look crazy. Like, I want to like expand my skills. Like, I want to like make these videos look like any other video on the app. Like, I don't want it to look super amateur. I want to get better. Very Timothy Chalamet. I want to be the best. I want to get better. All right, this is not done. I'm hoping that it looks better when I finish. So I'll be right back. I'm going to finish it. All right, she came together. Now time to put on lashes. I kind of want to be freaky deek and put on these. They're so big. But like, this is a little bit more draggy than what I usually do. Maybe, not really. I'm trying to make my that's another resolution. I'm trying to make my makeup more draggy. Anyways, back to the resolutions. My 6th resolution is I want to post consistently. Yay! I want to post consistently. I'm going to post consistently. I do post consistently. I don't, but you know what they say, speaking the present tense. But anyway, that is definitely something I want to do. I really do. You know, I've really been trying to get out of my own head and my own way. And, you know, I thought that I didn't like editing, and then I actually do think I like editing. You know what I mean? And I just want to, you know, post consistently, because let me tell you, I know, you know, I hope that, and this might sound narcissistic or whatever, but I hope that for some of you, I can become like a comfort creator. That's my goal on YouTube, actually, is to, you know, they always say, I want to help others, but I do. I want to, like, you know, growing up and in my adult years and still to this day have watched creators to feel comfort. You know what I mean? Whether I didn't have a lot of friends or, you know, I was going through a hard time. There have been many times in my life where I relied on creators to post on a weekly basis. And not necessarily in any way about like, I will not be happy unless they post, but like in a way of like, you know, it's nice to know that, you know, if you don't have a lot of friends or if you're going through a tough time, it's nice to know that like every Wednesday, you know, this certain person will post. But anyway, this year I really want to make a commitment to YouTube. Oh, I look crazy, 1 second. But yeah, I want to make a commitment to YouTube because I don't think it's cool when a creator you like just suddenly disappears without explanation. Because you think, oh my god, are they okay? Like, when are they going to post again? You know? Like, oh my god. Like, that isn't cool, and I realize it. Coral Blue number 2, or whatever he says. Okay, girl, this is the final look. Let me lock it in. Ow! So it can stay on all night. I'm giving blue babadi bum, babadai, babadi dum, babadai. Anyways, I'm gonna go put on the wig and then I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, the wig and the outfit is on. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back next week. And yeah, thank you for watching my New Year's resolutions. Now, at the end of the year, I'm going to check in on them and see if I did them. So, thank you. Bye. See you next time.